Shalom Aleichem Rabotai. If you like Fenugreek, today is your day. We are in the 10th parak of Terumot, Mishnah Terumot, and the Mishnah Yomi continues with Mishnah Tilton, the Fenugreek. Now, Fenugreek is a little bit different because it has seeds and it has a stalk, and the seeds and the stalk both have a flavor. Now, you may recall from Brachus, the first parak, the 11th pasuk. That's really interesting because over there in Brachus, Hashem tells the earth to be Tod she'aretz deshe esiv mazuya zera eitz pri ose pri lemino. Now that's really interesting because Hashem says an eitz pri, a tree of fruit. But Hashem already said make fruit, make seeds. So Rashi explains an amazing thing based on the Midrash. Tama eitz kitama pri, that the intention, kiviyachol, was that the taste of the tree, of the bark and the trunk and the branches, would be like the fruit, so that an apple tree, the wood itself, would taste like an apple. That was kind of the intention. But Rashi says v'hilo ostak, and the earth didn't do it. Elatotzia aretz eitz ose pri, but it only made trees that make fruit. Below eitz pri, not trees that themselves tasted like the fruit. Lefichach kishinit kol adam alavanu, when Adam Harishon was cursed, nifkeda gamhi, the earth also got swept up, and that's alavanu neit kolola. The earth also got cursed because it didn't make trees that tasted like fruit. So just a reminder, in Jewish theology, there are no independent forces from God. God is all-powerful. That literally means all-powerful. So it's not that the trees were in some sort of massive rebellion, that this too was the will of God and is to teach us something. Recall that from the first parak of Eov, the book of Job, we learn that Satan is on payroll. He's not an independent entity fighting with God. He literally works for God. He's on payroll, everybody say. So with that told, Fenugreek is this cool thing because Fenugreek, the eitz, the stalk, the branch, tastes like the seed, like the fruit. So this is sort of the exception that proves the rule. So Fenugreek is really cool, and we're going to find out what that means for Truma right now. Tilton shenafla letoch bor shel yayin. So this Fenugreek fell into the wine. Now the Fenugreek, we're going to see, could have a status here. But Truma, Meiser Sheni, if the Fenugreek itself is Truma, or it's Meiser Sheni, Im yesh bezera k'dei tam, then what matters is if the seeds in this Fenugreek, the whole thing fell in, the stalk, the branch, plus the seeds also. If the seeds are noten tam, if the seeds alone give a taste to the wine, then it's considered Truma or Meiser Sheni. Avalo be'etz. But we don't consider the stalk or the branch. We don't consider the stalks of the Fenugreek. We don't care if they give taste, because by Truma and Meiser Sheni, it's only the seeds that have kedusha, not the wood, not the stalk. But the Mishnah continues, B'shviit kilei kerem v'hekdesh. But if this Fenugreek is 7th year Fenugreek, shviit, shmita produce, kilei kerem, or it's planted in a vineyard, as we learned in Kilayim, the whole prakim about the grape vines mixed with other things, or it's hekdesh, it belongs to the temple. So then everything is kodesh, the stalk and the seeds. Im yesh bezera ve'etz kedei litin tam. Then the wine below is considered to have the same status as these items if both the seeds and the stalk together give taste. So the stalk doesn't always matter. By Truma and Meiser Sheni, only the seeds matter. But by these other items, if the stalk also gives a taste, then yes, the whole thing becomes Truma. How would they know? Okay, so they would have to assess how much taste is in the stalk, how much taste is in the seeds. It seems like back then they were really knowledgeable about the taste distribution properties of the Fenugreek plant. Mishnah Vav, Mi Shahaylo Havile Tiltan, Kilei Kerem, Yidoleku. Someone who has stalks of Fenugreek, and they were planted with a vineyard, you have to burn all of it. So you burn the stalks and the seeds together. They both have the Isser of Kilei Kerem if they're planted in proximity to the grapevines. Hayelo Havile Tiltan Shel Tevel. If he has bundles of tilton that have not been tithed yet, they're tevel. So what should he do when he tithes them? Kotesh, the mechoshev kamazer yeshbem. So pound them, sort of grind them or pound them to separate the seeds from the stalks, and then he calculates how much seed there is in this mix, mafrish at the zera, and he separates the seed. He doesn't have to separate the stalks themselves. He could keep all of the stalks. Again, like we learned in last Mishnah, for Truma, it's only the seeds that get Kedusha of Truma, not the wood, not the stalks itself. So here, when he's separating Truma, he can keep the stalks and separate the seeds. Im Hefrish, if he did separate them, and here he didn't grind it or pound it to separate the seeds from the stalks, Lo Yomar Echtosh, he can't then say, after he separates the Truma or the Meiser from the Fenugreek, he can't say afterwards, Echtosh ve'etel et eitz ve'eten zera. Then he can't say, I'm going to keep the stalks and I'll just give the seeds, I'll process it further. Noten eitz im hazera. So he has to give the stalks along with the seeds because he's already been mafresh, the Truma and the Meiser, before he's pounded it. So we see you should process the Fenugreek before you separate, because Lamaisa, only the seeds have Kedusha Truma Meiser, but for Shvit and other things, Hektish, they do have Kedusha in the stalks as well. Shkoyach Rabosai, have a great day.